Hey guys, Collins here, and today we are back with a brand new video. What you think? We're taking a look at yet another celebrity getting eaten alive by cancel culture. Now, the celebrity we're taking a look at is Drake Bell. Now, I never thought I'd personally be talking about him on this channel. However, his ex-girlfriend from the early 2000s, Melissa Lingerfeld, I believe is her name, recently came out on TikTok, of all places, to accuse and allege the fact that he was physically and verbally abusive during the relationship. Now, I'm going to play the TikTok for you guys, so let's sit back, relax, and listen to what she has to say.
First, I would like to start out with saying that I don't really care if anyone believes me, as this is my story in my life and something that I went through. It wasn't until recently that I actually realized that abuse isn't something that all women have to go through. When I started dating Drake, I was 16. I was homeschooled. I moved in with him. I was singing. It wasn't until about a year when the verbal abuse started. And when I say verbal abuse, imagine the worst type of verbal abuse you could ever imagine, and that was what I got. It then turned into physical, hitting, throwing, everything. At the pinnacle of it, he dragged me down the stairs of our house in Los Feliz. My face hit every step on the way down. I have photos of this. I don't even want to get into the underage girls thing. I mean, I will, but I'm scared.
And that's where our tale ends. Now, my issue with this entire thing, now I have a few issues with this. First and foremost is the fact that he's getting cancelled on Twitter for this, despite the fact that this person provides zero evidence of the abuse. In the TikTok, she claims that she has evidence and photos of all the abuse going on, yet she never shows it once in the TikTok, which really, it confuses me personally, because if you say you have evidence, why aren't you going to show the evidence in a video to prove that, this shit has happened to you?
My face hit every step on the way down. I have photos of this.
Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not denying that it did happen, because for all I know, it possibly could have happened, and I'm not going to be the one saying, oh, Drake Bell is innocent, he didn't do nothing, because, quite honestly, it's very possible that this could have all happened. I mean, there are many stories starting to circulate now, accusing him of being a rapist, or accusing him of abuse and whatnot, which we'll get into in just a little bit. But ultimately, my main gripe with this story is the fact that she provides zero evidence despite saying that she has the evidence. Like, why the hell are you gonna try and, be like, oh, I have evidence of crime taking place, but I'm not gonna show you guys, I'm not gonna tell you guys what it is, even though I say I have it, but I'm gonna show it to you later, after everything starts building up and, I get more clout. And then only then, when I get lots of clout, will I show you it. And quite honestly, I just really hope that this is not the case, because I really despise it when women, they allege abuse, they allege, rape or assault or whatever the case may be, and it turns out they're just, doing these allegations for views and clout or whatever the case may be. I really hope that this person isn't lying. I really do want to believe this person, because quite honestly, situations like this do happen. There definitely is abusive relationships, and there are definitely celebrities out there who have abused their significant others, which is horribly wrong and, it's the 100% not right. However, what else is not right is canceling someone over allegations. Now, mind you, these are just allegations and accusations. These are not fucking, there's no proof backing any of this up as of right now. As of this recording, there has been zero proof backing up these claims. Yet people are going out on Twitter saying, wow, Drake Bell is an abuser. I guess this is the new Drake and Josh from now on, while showing a picture of fucking Drake, the fucking Canadian music artist, with fucking Josh Peck. Oh my god. And then there's another one where someone tweeted out the video saying Drake Bell is a piece of shit. And another person tweeted out saying, we are all in agreement that Drake Bell is cancelled. Now, I'm not saying that these allegations are false or anything, because quite frankly, it could be very much true that these person's stories are coming out saying this and that and whatever. Because quite frankly, I don't know if they're true or false. It could come out tomorrow that these allegations have been proven to be true. However, at this point of this recording, there has been no evidence presented to prove that Drake Bell is an abuser, both physically and verbally. Therefore, we can't just take this story at face value. We always have to be at least a little bit skeptical. And obviously, we shouldn't victim blame either. We shouldn't say, oh, the victim is lying 100%. No, we shouldn't say that either, because we don't know whether or not she's telling the truth or lying. Again, we don't have evidence on either side. We don't have any evidence to prove that she's lying, and we don't have any evidence to prove that she's telling the truth. So therefore, we should always be at least a little bit skeptical of what's going on. Now, on top of all this, there have been a few screenshots, posted on Twitter of, people coming out with their own stories, and I'm going to have one pop on screen right now as I read it to you. Here goes nothing. A couple years ago, Drake was performing at a benefit concert for my high school. Back then, I was in the 8th grade. The entire concert, Drake wasn't who you'd expect him to be like. After the concert, all I remember is that I met Drake and he raped me. I was in the fucking 8th grade, and this guy that I had idolized as a kid was a rapist. He is a fucking sicko. Yeah, obviously, if this is true, yeah, of course he's a fucking sicko. Like, no adult should rape a child. Like, no child should have to endure rape, That's completely and utterly fucked up, if that is true. However, there is a few suspicions with this tweet. First and foremost, there is no evidence. And now, I can't necessarily expect this person to pull up a vial of fucking Drake's cum and be like, oh yeah, he fucking came in me. Here's a vial of his... No, I don't expect any of that, but without any evidence, it just seems a little bit sus. Secondly, I don't know when this story took place. She said it was a couple years ago. So, why didn't you go to the police a couple years ago when it happened? Now, I know a lot of people are going to come out and be like, well, Collins, the police aren't going to do anything. Well, yeah, but considering that, we've seen time and time again when people have come out with whether it be true or false allegations against someone, a whole bunch of people, falsify stories and make them up to, try to be like, oh, so-and-so did this to me, so-and-so did that to me. Like, we've seen this a dozen times, when one person comes out, two more come out, it's just insane to me, it doesn't make sense. That's why I'm a little suspicious of the timing. Like, why didn't this person go to the police, or why didn't this person come out sooner? Why is it only now when someone else came out they decided to come out? And I kind of understand. They feel safe now that more people are coming out, but it just makes the story seem very suspicious, because again, we've seen this time and time again. When people come out, others come out and falsify stories and make shit up. So that's why I'm very skeptical of this story. And again, I'm not trying to discredit this person. It's very possible this person is telling the truth. However, it's just very suspicious. The timing, the fucking story within itself just seems very sus. Our next story goes as follows. I met Drake in the early 2007 when I was 16. He was dating you at the time. Didn't stop him from fucking my 15-year-old friend who was a virgin. I believe you. I am also sorry for what you've endured and what my friend endured, because that was statutory rape. Fuck everyone who's been discounting your story. We know the truth. I'm guessing a lot of women out there know the truth. Okay, this one makes a little bit more sense as to why she didn't come out, because it was her friend that got raped, I can kind of understand this one a little bit more, because ultimately it would be up to her friend to come out. However, you gotta remember, dude, this took place in 2007. That was 13 fucking years ago. So again, while I admit that this person had no right to, go to the police and said, Mr. Police Officer, my friend Stacy got raped by Drake Bell. I understand that, this person had no right to go to the fucking police and say that. It was up to her friend to, file a police report. But I just find it, again, to be very suspicious that only now, 13 years later, is she being like, yeah, you know what? I remember in early 2007, Drake Bell raped my friend. I don't know, man. It just seems a little suspicious. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. Next story. Hi there. Thank you for speaking out about Drake Bell. I can personally confirm that he had sex with a friend of mine who was 15 years old when he was 20. I sent him this message 2 years ago. Now, obviously, I can't read the message because it's a little image in the screenshot, so unfortunately, I cannot, read it. Anyways, it continues on by going, I remember you speaking to my friend on the phone after it happened, and you told her he choked you and spit in your face. This was in 2006. Ultimately, you kind of get the gist of the fucking story, I don't know what you want me to say at this point. I mean, I can read you the next story as well. Essentially, it's just as suspicious. It's the person saying that, click on the first one. Drake's wife, best friend, just tried to message me to discredit the story by saying he changed and it was a long time ago, despite the fact that the dude does not have a fucking wife. You can look on his Wikipedia page. He was never married. He doesn't have an ex-wife. He doesn't have a wife. There's nothing. I'm not trying to discredit anybody's story here. Honestly, it's very much possible these women who are coming out are being truthful. However, without any evidence, and with all these stories, the vast majority of them taking place how many years ago now, it just seems very suspicious as to why they're only now coming out about it. I mean, why didn't you go to the police first? I mean, if you had all this evidence, at least according to the fucking Melissa person, the first person who accused him, his ex-girlfriend from back in the early 2000s, if she allegedly had all these, claims and evidence and proof that, he did this, he was mean to her, he was physically and verbally abusive, then why didn't she go to the police first instead of going on TikTok and trying to share her story there? And at the end of the day, these stories are very suspicious, and we should all maintain a bit of skepticism because honestly, at the end of the day, we don't know whether or not these stories are true or false, and honestly, I don't know what to believe at this point. I mean, let me know in the comment section down below, based on what I've showed you here, do you believe that Drake Bell is a rapist, a pedophile, a fucking, physical and emotional and verbal abuser and whatnot? Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys personally think. For me personally, I'm again in the middle. Like, I'm not going to discredit these women's stories. I'm not going to say that they're lying. I'm not going to say that they're false. I'm not going to say anything. However, at the same time, without the evidence and without the proof, I'm not just going to jump the ship and say Drake Bell is over party, because it's very possible that these stories are false. But once again, let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think? Do you think Drake Bell is innocent or guilty? And if you haven't already, like the video, subscribe, and hit the bell notification. It really does help the channel out a lot. And yeah, check out social media links in the description down below. Twitter, Instagram, Discord, Facebook, Storyfire, and BitChute, just to name a few. That being said though, hope you guys did enjoy. Goodbye. And farewell.